attacking from people. What's that? You know, it's on sale with the market. Yes, you know,
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question: that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience, but why you for us? So why the rest not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question: that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you was going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather keep the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question: that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. Drama 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 drama.
with me there. Just saw how up there, they get it wrong. What's more like petition is taking from people. What's that? You know, it's on sale with the market. Yes, you know,
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question: that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience, but why you for us? So why the rest not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question: that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you was going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather keep the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question: that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and all of those of our people following from the diaspora. I want to say how's up to you. What a pleasant way to welcome all of you from your different timeline. Good afternoon to those of you following us from Liberia, all of you from across the different counties. Our people in Grand Bassa County, Those of our people in Bombing, Cape Mount,
Mr. Rescue.
Magibi, up, down, Bon County.
One question that who you came to rescue.
Good afternoon to our people in Nimba County.
People are the one that you say you came to rescue.
Those of our people in Grangita County, we are hoping that Smart FM will come back online,
You say you
back and stronger
love people. Oh,
for the continuation of our programs in the southeastern part of our country.
for your experience, but why you for us?
A hands up to all of you in Riverside County, across the Bassa land.
To on the table.
What a pleasant way to welcome you to Freedom Hub on 87.9. Today is the 21st day of
Before they use.
the month of May 2025 remains the year.
Tell me why the people vote you.
There are too many things happening in this country. A lot of issues going on in the Republic of Liberia.
I just wanna ask you one question that who you came to rescue. You not give him the people what they want
Sorry about that.
to rescue.
Today is certainly the 20th of May 2025. I said the 21st though.
You was going to change
But again, we're having some serious issues.
promises you made you and your
I remember there is a meeting on tomorrow, which is the 21st, and so I am running on the 21st. But again, today is the 20th of May 2025,
you downsizing.
and so there are too many things happening in the country.
But they not giving people
Too many things happening in the Republic of Liberia. As we speak, the representatives are currently in meeting with President Joseph Boakai.
who you rather give the rescue
That's what it is.
and your rescue team.
Following the entire speaker's, wahala of the capital. At the moment, the Liberian president is currently meeting with members of the House of Representatives in the parlor of the executive mansion on Capitol Hill. What is he going to tell them?
Question that
What are they discussing? Are they going to have conversations on reducing taxes in the country?
rescue. Let me ask
Will they continue to live on their fat, huge salaries?
you, say you coming to rescue
Are they contemplating on reducing some of the
us.
unnecessary expenditure in our budget?
You be the hero for
Oh yes.
experience, but why you for us?
Are they contemplating on ensuring that the next budget that will be passing in this country
To on it.
will reflect the interests of the Liberian people, so that we would not
No money rest assured.
continue to live in a country where to eat in a day is an achievement?
Everybody breaking property on the
We are hoping that that meeting that is currently ongoing
treating the people. I hate to say.
is going to be in the supreme interest of our country and the people.
I just wanna ask you one question that who you came to rescue.
Sadly, on the part of a Liberian mother,
The people what they want, then you say you came to
I
rescue.
want to say our hearts of condolences.
Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You
I repeat, we want to say our hearts of condolences to the family of
promises you made you and your rescue.
our sister who passed off.
You made the whole country divide.
According to an information available unto all, she has died.
You downsizing. You wish
Madam James Etta Kume,
I giving people suffering.
after complaining that she was,
Now when they
I repeat,
giving people
after complaining about a medical procedure that happened at the ERWA hospital,
Mr. Rescue.
in which she was alleging that something happened to her kidney,
I wanna ask you one
something happened to some of her organs in her body. After crying, on the public, Martin Kiankoli and several other Liberians came to her rescue, took her out of the country for some medical treatment, according to what we are told. But at the end of the day, it is with sadness.
Mr. Rescue.
It is with serious sadness
I wanna ask you one question.
that we announce to you that Madam James Etta Kumen, the late,
The people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask
I repeat,
Mr. Rescue.
it is a sad thing to announce that she's no more.
You
This is exactly what we are going through. We will want to seek justice for her.
that why you told us.
We're going to be seeking justice for Madam Kume.
Be the hero for
She didn't deserve to die prematurely. She alarmed that her parts were tempered with.
to on it.
She struggled to explain what was going on with her.
Once you not get no money,
Oh yes,
your kids can
she complained her kidneys,
opportunity for the youth.
organs in her bodies were tempered with.
Property on the youth.
These are things we continue to see happening on a daily basis.
The people I hate to say
The last time we checked,
rescue.
the country had a dismays, a chief medical,
You want
the head of the medical council of our country,
not give
was dismissed by his
him the
colleagues.
rescue. Let me ask
That individual was previously working for the hospital belonging to current Vice President Jeremiah
you
Coon.
to change things.
There are people who are also complaining that they've been at that hospital in Gantanima County, wherein they've been treated and
The whole country divided.
they got issues with their organs.
They can't conclude.
Some of them said their family members went down there for medical surgery, and today their individuals,
Get it right.
their relatives are no more.
Sagging from Freepo.
And so all of these medical complications continue to happen in the country, leading to fatalities, leading to people dying prematurely. It is about time we join our voices
Now who you give the rescue.
to the voices of the many Liberians who are calling for justice,
The one that you say.
justice to be done,
Let me ask
especially with the medical practitioners
you like you.
who have been in the business of taking people's life through their carelessness, whether it is deliberate
You hear it clean, so you
or as a result of something
rest. But why you fool us?
erroneous from a professional perspective. We do not know, and that's why we are seeking clarity. We are seeking justice.
Don't just say for the poor.
And so we're going to be talking more about that story on today.
Oh,
Madam James Etta Kuman didn't deserve to die the way she did.
everybody freaking for.
We are extending our heartfelt condolences to her family, and we are hoping that in the end,
I used to say you now know.
justice will be served.
I just wanna ask you one question.
My name is Kine. I'm here with Princess Alexa Vanja Colley today,
You not give
and we are hoping that on today's edition,
him the rest.
we'll do justice to the rest of the conversations on
The people say now like
the lips and minds of Liberians.
you say you was going to change,
Let's take a break. When we come back,
but we not seeing changes.
we'll bring you a few bars of our theme song.
Rescue team,
We bring you Crime Stoppers Liberia, our official sponsor,
divided into two.
and later on,
DC and Unity Party.
our commercial partners,
You down south.
Radio Entertainment Liberia,
Now when they
Liberty Fortune,
sorry,
and Yanjin Bie
you wish
will drive us through the different commercials.
sorry.
For those of you who are in the business of have to stop, it will require all of us effort. It will require the collective efforts of every single Liberian. We take a break. When we come back,
I just wanna ask
we bring you the rest of it on 87.9.
you not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You hear it?
Liberia, from the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Alexa, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, when you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. We have a couple of things to talk about. I think today almost everyone is following what's happening with the death of our sister James Etter, and everyone is basically talking about that. And Oliver just made it very clear as to what's going on in Liberia. A lot of people are complaining on a daily basis about, their body parts being missing, mysteriously. And this is not something to happen in a country where we have a rescue mission or rescue government. So we are going to talk about that as well. And there's also monkeypox in Liberia. I think we're going to maybe talk about it a little bit. For me, I have a little concern with the boss of NFL quite few hours ago, so we're going to talk about that. Maybe I will talk about that a little bit as well. And Abu Sharif, I would like to say good afternoon to you. You're greeting me. So hello, how you doing? You're following us as well. So we have a lot to talk about. I would like to say welcome.
Okay, so basically we will have a lot more to talk about, but let's take this quick commercial break. When we come back, we talk all of the talks here on 87.9. Oh my God. Wow. This is oh yeah, that's the normal situation that we keep having here. Let's take this break to be right back.
Introducing Yanjin Beer from Beijing, the newest sensation in town. Yanjin Beer is so smooth and light. You can drink it, wake up in that morning, feeling very energized. And you wicked boy, the woman will be very happy. No headache, no eye spinning. And the Yanjin Beer bottle, it got a special way again open. Nobody will ever use you for the opener again. Very easy. Yanjin Beer can be found wholesale or retail at Sir Exeter and Jungle Water, and also in supermarkets or bars around you. Reward yourself by drinking Yanjin Beer, and trust me, you will be ready to go.
Okay, Yanjin Beer, and Alexa will normally have issues with the pronunciation of this beer, but it is Yanjin Beer, and I'm hoping that the our Chinese friends will let us know what it means. But Yanjin Beer is very, very, and I repeat, it's very tasty, refreshing, good for the soul and the moment, and trust me, Yanjin Beer is the best. When you walked up to any of the beverages stores in the country, whether it is at the club, the restaurant, they joined, all of the places you can have some bottles. When you get there, just say Yanjin Beer. If the bartender asks you why you want to drink Yanjin Beer, tell them you heard KOK talking about it and you want to feel the refreshing moment. Oh, that's what you want to feel. You want to feel good. You want to feel accomplished. Drinking Yanjin Beer makes you feel very accomplished, and that's what it is. And so, we encourage you to drink responsibly. For people above 18, no small child go drink Yanjin Beer. It is unacceptable. So once you are above age, by Liberian standards, we'll ask you to go and do your thing. Yanjin is very good, very, very good. You don't need to have opener. I wish I had one of the samples here. Unfortunately, I've blew all of my samples, but I would have demonstrated how to open it. You just put your finger in the finger, ring, and you just lift it up. Poop, it opens. No opener, no worry. Just grab it, pop, it opens. Simple. That's Yanjin. Unfortunately, Alexa doesn't do motivational water, and that's why it is. We don't call that liquor, we call it motivational water. But that's where we are, Alexa. So monkeypox is in town. And we are hoping that the vaccines will land in the country.
The vaccines are already
here. Okay, so we are hoping that the vaccines will be available to those who need it, those who want to take it. Is it about time we ask that the president and the vice president take the vaccine publicly, so that they will serve as a motivation to us to take it too? Yeah, because I mean, sorry, but the last time President Vargas went to work and he started doing drug tests on live Facebook.
Where did that go? I don't know.
Yeah, drug tests
How
on live
far?
Facebook. So we will appreciate if he will take the monkeypox vaccine on TV too. Let's see him taking it. Then we'll get encouraged to take it as well. Because there are too many theories and conspiracy discussions around these, how you call this thing, illnesses that will normally come to us, whether it is epidemic or epidemic. We keep having these conspiracies. Okay, the people put a signal, yeah, Jeff had to catch. So when they bring vaccine like that, people are skeptical in wanting to take the vaccine. So I saw a photograph where Dr. Chris Dubayan, the head of Enfield, took the vaccines. He took it. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it in the coming days. I'm hoping that he will have the chance to come and sit on the platform, the head of the entity, and let's got some beautiful questions to ask. The head of Enfield. We're hoping that he will honor our invitation. And by the way, Alexa, you will have to contact the head of Enfield. Perhaps you will come here and give us information on what to do and what not to do, the do's and the don'ts, as it relates to the outbreak. But be it as it may, we think we got to go back to our hand washing, situation. I'm going to instruct my business people at Freedom to ensure that there is a bucket out there in the coming days, right before the entry into our main offices. To observe the process and let all businesses do the same. Let all of our people across the country do the same. This way, we can prevent the person to person contact. We can limit the speed at which mpox may want to spread. And so that's all we can do. This is our social corporate responsibility as a media entity. Enfield is not paying us to talk about it. This is a whole awareness, Alexa, by the way. By right, they're supposed to pay us for doing it. This is free information we are providing. But because it borders on the survivability of our population, because it has to do with the health of our people and country, we thought to just talk about it in few minutes. And so we extend our invitation to Dr. Chris Dubayan, a very strong, brilliant old man from River G County. One of Liberia's scientists. And it's good that Enfield is now being presided over by a scientist. So I look forward to the country defeating mpox very soon. You can have a scientist and the mpox, one as strong. We got to kill it sooner. So we look forward to a situation where this thing is going to be eradicated from our soil and we can go back to being normal. But before then, let's return to our hand sanitizers, our buckets, and so forth. Then we can break the chain of contamination across the country, Alexa. That's what it is.
Okay. Anyway, monkeypox is in Liberia. I don't know why I feel a sudden weakness, but it's okay. Monkeypox is in Liberia, and yeah. And I think it is important to prevent, to use all of the different preventive measures because you want to protect yourself first. You want to protect your family. You want to protect your friends. And most importantly, protect yourself, because if you are going to protect yourself, at the end of the day, you're going to protect other people. We have several reported cases in Liberia. I think if you're on Facebook, one of the most popular ones, we have Jabate, who is a comedian. By the way, he has been one of the people actually just showing us the different journeys and how it is from one stage to another. So I think it is important to be cautious at this point. So it is more like we're going back to coronavirus, where you have to wash your hands. You have to, get your hand sanitizer. I have mine in my bag, just a little one for your pocket. That's very portable. You could carry that with you anywhere you go. And after whatever transaction you're going to do, you can just put that in your hands and just rub it, and that will be very okay for you. Avoid physical contact, because that's one of the things, that one of the things that's said uh, to have the virus to be transferred from person to person. So I think it is important to avoid that as well. And also avoid too many sexual partners. I'm shouting with this one. If you're a man, you have multiple sex partners, please just avoid that for now. If you're a woman and you also have multiple sex partners, please avoid that, because you get it from body fluids and all that. So you wouldn't want to jeopardize your own health as well as people's daughters. So please, let's just work together.
People's sons as well.
You can say yours. I'm saying mine, 100%. So please, we have to be careful. And I hope Enfield will do what is needed to be done. I also hope the Ministry of Health.
You will contact the folks at Enfield.
I also hope the Ministry of Health will do what is necessary at about this point, and we shouldn't wait until it gets really worse before we start to do what we're supposed to do. At about this point, I think this is the moment to start doing what is to be done. So Ministry of Health, I hope you're listening. I hope you have your workers out there. I hope the nurses and doctors are protected, and also we have the vaccines. I saw a couple of people talking about it, and some people have already taken the vaccine. So if you want to take it, it is free of charge. And we're just doing this because it is everybody's business. This is not paid promotion. No, it is everybody's business, because you interact with different people on a daily basis and you never tell who's going to have it and who's not going to have it. So the vaccines are available. And I also hope our president will lead by example to, have the vaccine taken as well, because he did that with the drug test, and that was publicized hugely in Liberia. So usually you have conspiracy theories, and citizens will be afraid based on what is said about different vaccines across the world. So you will be like, no, maybe they're just doing this to test it on people. The conspiracy theories, so I don't have to talk about it more. But I think we need a huge awareness. Seriously, it has to be robust for people to understand the importance, of taking the vaccine. And also our leaders have to show us that this is really safe and this is important, because if you do not do it, we're Africans. And specifically, we are Liberians. We're unique in our own ways. We have our own complaints. So we do not want to get to a point where citizens will be scared. So I think that's what we can say for now. If you were in Liberia during the coronavirus period, you understand exactly how people managed, to stay safe. You understand that because, it is similar. You just say that way, to wash your hands, to avoid physical contact and all that. So yeah, you can use just similar methods to be able to protect yourself. Sam, I'm begging you.
Okay, so basically that's exactly what it is, and you guys should do all of what is required.
Yeah, please.
To remain safe. That is what we need. That is what we need. I repeat, that is what we need. Okay, that is what we need. This is the video that I needed. Oh yes, this is the video that I needed. So fellow Liberians, Alexa, please read the first post-deleted date.
Can you share?
I did that already. Please read the first post-deleted date. Peace to Arches. When she was complaining about when she suspected that the ELWA hospital and the people who did the surgery on her might have tampered with her organs. She suspected that, and she raised the alarm. Please read what she wrote. Let's start the conversation from there. It is a terrible thing in this country now that doctors who are supposed to be saving our lives, medical doctors who are supposed to ensure that we are healthy when we are sick, for the past 15 months, it is becoming very, very concerning that our people will go seek medical attention instead of coming home, happy, but they will be suspicious of doctors tampering with their kidneys, with their other body parts. These are not good news that we should be having in the country. These are not things that we are proud of as Liberians. We do not take pride in talking about them. But from what's happening in the country, that is where we are. If you find it, let's proceed.
Yeah.
So Alexa has in her possession the post that was done by Madame Kume when she first suspected that her body parts were allegedly tampered with by doctors who work on her at the ERW hospital. We're going to talk about that later on. Go ahead, Alexa.
Okay, so this was posted March 15th of this year. And of course, the deceased, James Eto Kome, actually wrote this March 15th. She said, "What have ELWA hospital doctors done to my kidneys and urethra that they are not functioning? Dr. Yisu, I need answers. Since February 24, I left my house healthy for an ordinary ANC visit.
Okay.
And they said I was post due and needed induction. I told them that even in my first pregnancy, it was the same thing and I waited for God's time, but they hold me there. Send me on the ward for induction, which failed by 7:27 p.m. I suffered in pain to February 25 when they said the cervix was not dilating, so I needed cesarean, what you can call C-section. My partner refused, but since I understand and know that C-section is just a minor thing, I accept it, not knowing I'm accepting my death."
Okay, so she went to the hospital.
She was pregnant.
She was pregnant. She went to the hospital at the ERW hospital. And on February 24, they told her, the way you will not go back. We got to treat you here until you deliver and everything. So they told her that we will have to conduct an operation on you. Her husband refused. Her husband said, "Oh, the thing, I'm not happy. We will not do it." She said, "Oh no, that operation, they will just do the thing in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, quick. I'll deliver the child. I'll be better. So my husband, don't worry. I'll be fine." Go ahead, Alexa.
One C-section with many complications, delayed to refer me. My kidneys are not working.
Okay. So before then, let's go to the part where she said, "I told them that even my first pregnancy and blah blah blah."
Yeah, she
Mhm.
and for the record, she was a nurse though.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Obviously
I told them.
she knew exactly some of the different things around this.
Let's go from the "I told them," part of it. It's way up
I'm
after
lost,
induction.
I'm lost.
After induction, right after the first.
Okay, I got it. I told them that even in my first pregnancy,
Mhm.
it was the same thing, and I waited for God's time, but they hold me there. She
Okay.
had told them, what she
So
experienced.
they told her once their pregnancy is post due.
Uh-huh.
I think post due means maybe your pregnancy is still on. Maybe about after 9 months, it's still checking. Post due. Pre due should be wanting to deliver before your real time. Post due should be after your time. So so she told them, said, "No, but how my first pregnancy can be? The time can pass, but I can still be waiting." And she wanted to leave, and they told her,
No. She would have to
according
stay
to
there.
her, they held her at the hospital.
Mhm.
Why should you hold her at the hospital when she told you her medical record? There's a nurse. She told you her medical record that I am like this. I can wait and this thing will happen. So they had her and they wanted to do a procedure called induction. We don't know about that.
Yeah.
The technical people, the medical people will look into it. Go ahead. Mhm.
A minute. I think I'm lost again. Okay. Send me on the wharf. You already said that. She stayed there. And it failed even though
Mhm.
she stayed there. So should I start from?
She said,
now?
I told them that even my first pregnancy, it
Yeah.
was the same thing, and I waited for God time, but they hold me there.
Sent me on the ward for induction, which failed
Mm.
at 7:27 p.m.
7:27 p.m.
on February 24th.
the
by
same
way.
day.
Yeah.
They sent her there for the induction. It failed. Go ahead.
I suffered in pain to February 25
Mhm.
when they said the cervix was not dilating, so I needed C-section.
Okay.
My partner refused, but since I understand and know that C-section is just a minor thing, I accepted, not knowing I am accepting my death.
She wrote this thing before her death.
This was March 15th.
So her husband, the man said, "Oh, I'm certified," and she said, "Let's do it. I'm a nurse. This thing will not be anything." She accepted, not knowing she was accepting her death. Go ahead.
Okay. One C-section with many complications, delayed to refer me. My kidneys are not working.
My kidneys are not working.
My
She cried
liver
out.
is dying.
My liver is dying.
My womb was removed.
My womb was removed.
My urethra collapsed.
Okay.
Sustained burn on my legs
Sustained burn on my legs,
back.
my back,
and nothing I'm understanding.
and I'm not understanding anything.
I've
I've undergone.
It's-
It should be gone.
yeah,
I've undergone 8
8
sections.
of dialysis. No urine yet.
No urine yet.
Oh my gosh. Just she was not urinating.
Good.
I need answers from ELWA.
I need answer from ELWO. That's what she wrote.
I want to die knowing why you're killing
Even
me.
if I die, let me know why I am dying. Let me know why you're killing me. I need answers.
I'm calling on the Liberia Medical and Dental Council,
Okay.
Liberian Board of Nursing and Midwifery, Ministry of Health, Republic of Liberia, to please look into my case.
I'm dying
in
JFK slowly. Everyone follow me. My people, y'all please share this. I need answers to find solutions.
Oh my God.
She tagged Martin K and Colley and Fries FM on this post. Let me find something else. Let me find something else. I wonder this is it. Let me find something else.
Of my urine, when the dialysis are on, I get suffering every day. I keep pee. Every morning, I cry. So I need answer to revive me. What related to the issue of urine, when the dialysis are on, I get suffering every day. I keep pee. Every morning, I cry. So I need answer when the dialysis to revive me. What related to the issue of my urine, when the dialysis are on, I get suffering every day. I keep pee. Every morning, I cry. What related to the issue of my urine, when the dialysis are on, I get suffering every day. I keep pee. Every morning, I cry. So I need answer to revive me. What related to the issue of my urine, when the dialysis are on, I get suffering every day. I keep pee. Every morning, I cry to revive me. What related to the issue of my urine, when the dialysis are on, I get suffering every day. I keep pee. Every morning, I cry. So I need answer of my urine, when the dialysis are on, I get suffering every day. I keep pee. Every morning, I cry. So I need answer I need answer.
Okay. All right, my dear Liberian people. My dear Liberian people, this is it. So this woman wrote. The first one Alexa read was what she wrote
March 15th.
on the 15th of March. The voice you heard minutes ago was what she released when she was sick, going through the treatment. Still, nothing is happening. On April 15, she wrote this message and said we should read it. Those of us in the media, those of us in the public space, we should read it because she is still in need of answers. This is what she wrote. At about 5:46 p.m. on April 15 this year. She said, "Hello, family. I don't pray for anything bad to happen to me. But just in case I don't make it out of this, you people should please request for an autopsy to check my abdomen properly and know the actual cause of my death. I am suspecting a foul play in my medical reports, both in Ghana and Liberia. I am begging you people, please, let doctors reopen my body in the presence of my family. You people should please don't allow these people that did this to me to go free. There is a reason why my kidneys failed and I never had any kidney problems. At the meantime, I am holding on and trusting in God. Please post this just in case I pass. Please post this just in case I pass." That was what she wrote on her bed. And when she got through writing it, she went and did this audio again.
To revive me. What related to the issue of my urine. When the dialysis are on, I am suffering every day. I keep PP. Every morning, I cry. So I need answer.
Even on her hospital bed, she kept asking and begging for answers. I need answers. In her last message to a friend that she wrote, she said, "You people should please do not allow these people that did this to me to go free. There is a reason why my kidneys failed and I never had any kidneys problem. At the meantime, I am holding on and still trusting in God." This is from the late James Etta Kume. This is troubling. This is really, really, really troubling. And I'm trying as hard as possible to connect with Mr. Kwame Weeks. Kwame Weeks is the former Director General of the Liberian news agency, LINA. Weeks is one person who has been following this development. He's a trained Liberian journalist. He has been following this thing for a long time, and I'm hoping that we can establish contacts with Kwame Weeks, who will later on give us additional information. Why that is being done, all I can tell you, my Liberian people, is that your country, my country, all of us country, our country is in trouble. I will not repeat myself. All that I can say to you on this day and at about this particular time is that our country, Liberia, your country, my country, all of us country, our country is in trouble. This is not the second time it's happening in this country within the last 50 months. This is not the third time. The last time another medical doctor did a thing, the lady died during childbirth. She and the baby. Alexa, you know about the story. The last time Abu Sharif and Hagar Gondar were on the radio discussing the fake medical doctor, the man who was the head of the medical doctors in this country, their union, the fake medical doctor. What is his name? George, Matthew George, whatever the case is. I don't have to know his name. We heard Liberians from Nimba County in Ganta at the E&J Medical Hospital where they alleged that they went for, their relatives went to the E&J Medical Hospital. There were complications. Those complications led to the death of their relatives, their loved ones. In some instances, those loved ones and relatives also complain about their kidneys and other body organs prior to their deaths. The very fake doctor was once a surgeon at that hospital. And the hospital in Ghana we're talking about is a medical facility belonging to the current vice president of our country. Forget about all the things Costa said. I'm not going to go into it because those are things that do not have any, there is no link. I do not have any authentic evidence to want to connect whatever doubt. But back in Monrovia at the ERW hospital, this lady is crying that her kidney was tampered with. She didn't have kidney problem today. Up to the time of her procedure at the hospital. Why is she having it? She kept crying until the day she passed off. If the hospitals are not going to be safe, then what kind of health sector do we have in this country? The government will have to launch a full-scale investigation into these matters. By this time, we expect, it is our anticipation that our government will have gone to Nima County at that hospital and initiate a process of investigation, because there are too many people who have been able to accuse that hospital of performing surgeries where body parts were suspected to have been allegedly taken out. If that investigation had gone into full motion and this one is happening, we would have said, okay, the government will investigate. But we had that issue lingering all through for months. Those accusations and allegations being in the business. You go to Ganta, the hospital still operating E&J. I know they say E&J, what kind of what they call? But the two of the VP chairing, they named after the hospital. The hospital is still running. It's not being investigated. Back to Monrovia, this lady is raising issues against the ELW hospital. By this time, we should have an active investigation at the ELW hospital to look into the claims made by this lady. Peace to her ashes, she has died. But she left a message back that we should talk about her death. She has requested that an autopsy be conducted on her body. to determine what transpired with her organs. She's a medical practitioner, a nurse. This is somebody who is knowledgeable about the body. She has been suspicious of the operation at the hospital since, what was it? On the 24th, on the 27th, right? She has been suspicious of that particular operation. And every single time she kept complaining and kept complaining and kept complaining, she has been complaining for time in, time out. This is very, very, very concerning. This is very, very concerning. The ERWA hospital should come out and speak. The government should ensure that the hospital is made to account, that a serious investigation be conducted, and if there are determinations, if there are indications that the lady actually died from injuries sustained as a result of wrong medical procedure conducted at the ERWA hospital, then the hospital should account. It is never a good thing for the news of people taking kidney, people taking body parts within the medical space of our country. It is never a good thing to happen. The government should take it very serious. There were funny allegations before the elections, to the point where Henry Pedro Costa accused the current sitting vice president during the campaign of being involved in something very funny. Was Costa right? I do not know. Was Costa right in all of what he was saying? I do not know. Was Costa lying on the vice president? I don't know. Was he saying the truth? I don't know. But with those kinds of allegations still in the corridor, whether Costa was drunk, whether he was saying the truth, whether he was lying, but with the allegations still hanging around, and the man he made the allegation on, still the current vice president, it says the government should be very serious with that investigation. Because you know why? You are not only going to investigate for political reasons, you will also investigate, and that investigation will help the vice president. It could help take up all of the suspicions that people may want to have because of what Costa said. It may expose any wrong medical practitioner who is at the ERWA hospital, who perhaps, as a result of his professional error, may have caused this damage. It may serve as a precedent for the future, and also pave the way for those who wanted to come to Liberia to do business, so that they will have confidence in the health sector, that if something happens to them medically, they will not have to be running out of the country. They can be served here. That's why an investigation is essential, it's important. Look, if I'm in a community, Alexa, and the community people, somebody wake up one morning and say, KOK can still peak. That KOK, man, be careful when he can still peak. When people butcher peak, have you heard butcher peak before? Have you heard the modification butcher? I mean, it's for the southeasterners to know what butcher P is. But butcher P is the when the pig turn big, when it real big, and when it let mud, they call it butcher P. That's what it is. I mean, you know. But if there is a particular individual in the community who will look me in the face and say, okay, can still peak. And after he said that, maybe after 1 year, 2 years, and let's have somebody butcher pig got messy in the community. And I said, I mean, take it. The community people said that I don't want to tell the butcher pig. But there was an allegation before that somebody made and said, I can steal butcher pig. This time around, butcher pig is missing. What I will do as an individual is to go to the community chairman and say, hey, Mr. Chairman, please do all of what is in your power to investigate this missing butcher pig situation, because I don't want to be implicated. Because automatically everybody will just assume. They say, well, how come last week Mr. Johnson accused KOK of being the one who can still pick? Then today now I'll pick lost. If not KOK take the pick, eyes would be turned to me. People will be looking at me. But yeah, that's true. I'll pick now used to be missing in the community, before. But since in America exposed KOK, pick no. I mean, we suspecting maybe that one Zogo or passing install the pick, Alexa. Maybe that one original row or passing, or some kind of car hit the pick and the pick died and some picking and see nobody was there to take it to go cook it. Perhaps I was not even in the community when the pick died. But because the person pick is missing and somebody now accused me of stealing pick before, all eyes will be pointed on me. So what do I do? As a community leader, my job is to work with the authorities, stand with them, make sure that they conduct an investigation that will arrive at a solution, at a particular direction as to what transpired with the person Butcher Peak. What am I saying? We're under a unity party rescue government. You heard the woman. This is not politics. And that's why I don't want anybody being political about this conversation. You heard her very well. Complaining how the hospital did this to her. Before the elections, you heard Costa now. Why you were talking Henry Costa? I don't want to play it. Do I believe the things he said? I don't believe it. He didn't provide evidence to me to believe it, so I can believe it. If I see evidence, I will believe it. If I see evidence beyond reasonable doubt, I will believe it. I didn't see evidence, so I don't believe Costa. Am I rubbishing what he said? I cannot rubbish it because I don't know what he is depending on to say what he is saying. So there are two things. I can choose not to believe it, but I can rubbish it because apparently he has not shown me what he has as evidence. So I can rubbish his claims. But what I can do is that I will not believe it. He said things about the current vice president. In this situation, we are calling on the VP and this entire government to take this thing very seriously. There are a few reasons why he has to do so. Number one, to identify a particular flaw in the system. Apparently, the doctor error. Maybe it is deliberate. Maybe it is a human parts machine, a human parts syndicate. And that's how there's a syndicate they can have, right? Like the drug cartel. People them some many job that to smoke the opium, some many job that to grow it on the farm, some many job that to cut it and put it in the newspaper, some many job that to put it in the paper and bring it from Lofa to Mara. It's a whole cartel. So many in the security there, their job is to carry the syringe and go escort the pickup from Banga and bring it to Moria. The whole cartel. Apparently, if the investigation is conducted, it will uncover whatever Kekne cartel we have here. The last time, St. Joseph Hospital, the Caddy Hospital, I mean, you heard the woman who went, and I think they said that the people find the hospital $30,000 for another, her son, right? For another wrongful procedure. So this thing needs investigation. Within the past 15 months, we have had over 15 different cases that people allegedly accused medical facilities and they were right. In most of the instances, that kidney and body parts problem. With the kind of outrageous accusations, allegations that emanated from Costa, if I are close to the vice president, I will encourage him to take this thing very serious because it borders on his image. Go look on Facebook right now. Go see what the people are writing. See what Liberians are writing. I will not read what they are writing because I don't want to aid and abet, how you call this thing, unfounded, unsubstantiated claims. There's a professional media platform and we're not going to get involved with it. But in the wake of it all, the responsibility is on him. So take it very serious because in this town, he is one person who was openly accused by one of the last speakers in the country. Henry Costa. No doubt, one of the last speakers in the country. openly accused the vice president of the same thing that many families have complained about. Coincidentally, the man who they sacked for fake medical papers was a surgeon at his hospital in Ghana. The man who used to do operation on people in Ghana. Coincidentally, again, there are people who on Facebook who are people who've been complaining, say to that hospital they had treatment issue there, and they got complications. So in the midst of all of these things, if I had connection with the current vice president, I will encourage the Honorable Kun to initiate an investigation. Call Greg Como. Call all of the investigators in the country. Tell them to go to the bottom of this situation. Let them uncover why things are happening the way they are happening. Let them tell the Liberian people why medical practitioners, why there are too many concerns about people dying mysteriously in this country as a result of, look, people should be getting well at hospitals. People should get sick, they go to the hospital and they get better. The hospitals should not be places where when you go in for treatment, you are scary. This time now, when you carry a relative to the hospital and the doctor say, oh, we got to do operation, the family can start crying because they don't even know if that person is going to survive from that situation. There is a whole conversation about kidney extraction, body parts extraction, and these are alarming situations. We can cry here and there and face the economy the way we want it and think we want to build the country. When the people who are supposed to bring their investment to this country, the business people, the investors, when they cannot trust the healthcare system in the country, they will not come. They may come from Pakistan, India, Lebanon, Beirut, Dubai, Qatar, UAE, all the other places. He come from there. He want to come to this country. They may want to be in a country where if he falls sick, he should trust the medical facilities to give him real treatment. If the medical sector will keep having these kinds of allegations, you know, they say, oh, you go there, they get you wrong injection. And they get you wrong injection. Some medical student they can make mistake, get you wrong injection. But this is a situation where there are allegations of parts being harvested. It's terrible. It is terrible. It is terrible. Oh, yes. It is terrible. Go look at the thing people writing on Facebook. I want to read some because, some of those things, they could be political. And that's why I said we're not doing politics here, Alexa. We're not going to do it. But in this case, there's a whole bunch of people who had to say, I've been stealing. I the one who can steal a bunch of people in the community. Now that a pig is missing, I should take it very seriously because if we not find a pig, that means why somebody now said I been steal a pig and I can't pass in the court. Alexa, you hearing it? All of you outside there, you're hearing it? You're hearing what I'm talking? Mr. Johnson is my neighbor. He told the whole community people say, I can steal pig. That pig I used to steal in Maryland. In fact, I stole pig. That I used to pay my transportation to Camaro. That's what Johnson told my community people. I can see Mr. Johnson passing around. I can't carry no code. And I'm suing for that thing when he said, and I'm on here. Johnson free in the community and passing around. And I'm on here. Pig lost now. Then I see people looking for the pig. They can't find it. And I'm tell the pig. What am I supposed to do? See, and I catch Johnson in the court for lying on me, said I'm making steal pig. I should be able to work with the community leadership for all to find that pig that is missing. If the pig is not missing, by default, that what thing? Y'all answer it in the community. I don't want to answer it. And so that's why we are asking the Honorable VP to be very, very, very involved in this thing. It borders on whether he like it or not, whether Costa was drunk or not, whether Costa was lying or not. The fact that Costa said that and these things continue to happen under a government where he is the second most powerful person and wherein the medical head who was dismissed was once an employee of his hospital, and the very hospital in Ghana is having issue where people have alleged that they went there for medical proceeding with their family. The family people had complications. The family people had to die in the end. So when they say we're living with the fracas, where these things are compounding, it is very essential for the VP to take it seriously. Because if you do not do it, Number one, there won't be precedents. If there are bad people in the medical field that doing it, they will continue doing it. If you are innocent, honorable vice president, and bad people doing that thing, they'll continue to do it, and the implication will continue to go to you. So that's what we are asking you to do your best. Please, His Excellency, Honorable VP, do your best and ensure that justice is done to Madam Kumen. She is your citizen. Even in death, she died a Liberian. You owe it to her. You owe it to her to give us justice. The entire government should give her justice. She left behind voice recordings and messages. She complained about her body parts being allegedly stolen, taken. She died an angry woman. She died an individual who did not fulfill her mission on this earth. Very young. She had ambition. She had hope. She had plans for the future. She had her own personal dream going along the line. She had a very young baby. She needs justice. That's what she needs. Justice. And it should be inspired by the leadership. Particularly your office, Honorable VP. I don't know why you didn't carry Costa to court. If Costa had gone to court and tell the court, say the thing where I thought I Lekoto, you forgive me. I'm not too sure some Liberians who are saying the things about you on Facebook. I'm not too sure you're going to be saying it, because by the time they say, everybody will say, "Hey, excuse me." Elisa, they'll say, "Excuse me." Costa said the thing, man, go to court. He said he get proof. He lie on the man. The man feels sorry for him, the man not carrying the jail. But there is no record to show Costa apologizing and taking back all the things he said about the VP. If there's a record, find it, give it to me. I'll play it on the radio. There is no record to show. There's no written record that is admissible in law that can say the thing because I say you are lying. No record that I have available to me. And so with such an allegation still lingering and the person who made the allegation still free, he not in court for the statement he made. You left him. You didn't take in the court. What are you? What are you not you? What are you not even get any idea about it? But the fact that people will continue to keep linking you like it has been done on Facebook, it is not a good sign for our country, because you are the second most powerful man in the country. When people read on Liberia, when they read on the Facebook, the internet, and the fun people just talking, they want. I mean, the things they say, I don't want to say it yet, because it will not be appropriate for me to say it. But when they start saying those things that people are writing and linking you to SYZ and so thing, it is a bad PR for the country. It is a bad branding for the country. I mean, people will find it difficult to want to come, because in this case, the second man is being implicated. Whether wrongfully or not, he's being implicated. And so any sound person will have reservation in wanting to come to Liberia. How then do we boost tourism, which is T in the IRS agenda? How then do we boost tourism? How then do we boost tourism in the T that is contained in the arrest? How then do we do it? That's why it is going to be beneficial to you, Honorable VP, when you take this investigation serious. I will submit to Alexa. But in my humble submission, I am asking you, there's a free advice. What happening? You may be innocent. You may not have no dealing with it. But somebody now accuse you. And after the accusation, almost the fifth time now, it now happening, where people complaining about their kene in a government that you are the second most powerful man to. So the best thing you can do, sir, is to look. If Greg Como was resting, go to Greg and say, "Hey, oh man, please, if you need anything, my office will provide it. Get your best investigators. If you need medical practitioners to come who are also investigators to join your team, get them on board and investigate every single case of suspected But human part, harvesting that happened in this country on our watch, investigate all on our watch and even beyond. Let those investigations be conducted. Maybe you will identify the real perpetrators. If you're innocent, maybe you identify the real perpetrators, and that way, some of the nonsense thing on Facebook against you, it could be stopped. But when you go to Facebook right now, everybody, somebody ever go and say, yeah, Kosa talking, oh yeah, Kosa say, oh, yeah, I think Kosa was talking, oh. Yes, and they will want to quote Kosa because you didn't care Kosa to quote too. If you are taking Kosa to quote for Kosa to prove it, or if you can prove it, he'll be penalized for it. Nobody will be brave to say Kosa said it, but they're using Kosa as their reference. And so in the midst of it all, I think the best you can do is to investigate. As I submit to Alexa, we want to call on all of these civil society actors, the women and girls organizations. Too bad they have all gone quiet now in the country. I'm disappointed in the women and girls in this country for the most part. We have a record that came up in this country that said every day, not less than 9 of our females, both children and adults, can be raped in this country. Women and girls institutions are silent. They are not protesting. They're not wearing black anymore. One women and children advocate in this country told me that most of the people who used to wear black t-shirt and black trousers behind him, advocating for girls and children rights, are now in government ministry and agencies as civil servants. When were they appointed? January 22nd, 2024. Under the new government. So most of them are in government now. They are not talking anymore. I'm hoping that they will give Madam justice. And we in the media will continue to use our microphones to advocate for justice to be done. Alexa, after you, we go to our lines and talk to our people, but this is where we are as a country.
Wow. I think it is a sad moment in Liberia. And this is for people who are sensitive. This is for people who are empathetic. This is for people who will put themselves in the shoes of the family of deceased James Etta Kume. This is a sad moment for concerned Liberians who are always asking questions, even when they're struggling, who are always seeking to have their concerns addressed, even when there are no voices to tell them this is exactly how it is, or this is what happened. It is a sad moment. So I would like to use this time on behalf of Freedom Hub to send our deepest condolences to the family of James Etta Kume, who lost her life tragically. In Liberia today, if you go on the social media, Facebook to be precise, there are different views from different people. There are sad messages from Liberians who are yet to understand what had happened to James Etta. A lot of them are still wondering why we haven't heard from ELWA since that issue was raised on March 15 by James Etta. March 15 to April 15, that's 1 month. People are still concerned as to why we haven't heard from authorities that are supposed to give us answers. And today we're here discussing this because she's already deceased. We're here discussing this because she is no longer with us. Like every other person in this country, James Etta had hopes. She had dreams. And there are things she would have loved to accomplish. Unfortunately, she couldn't have done that. She didn't do all those things she wanted to do because she's dead. While she was sick, she was curious to know what went wrong. She asked all the questions. The questions were not answered. And now she's dead. Will the questions be answered? I think that is something to ponder. I don't know if the questions will be answered because now she's deceased. Her last message was read by Oliver a couple of minutes ago. And everyone is saying this is sad. This is unfortunate. You know? So where are we as a country? Do we have accountability in our healthcare system? Is there a system to protect patients who will raise concerns that are really critical? I don't know if we have that in our healthcare system. So where are we? Are patients safe in Liberia who are different hospitals, whether ELWA, JFK, all the different medical facilities we have in Liberia? Are they safe? This is elevated because this was being discussed when she was sick. She raised this. So concerned Liberians got involved to have this elevated. People have followed and people are still following, I'm sure. Even though she's dead today, people are still following to know what went wrong because that's something she wanted to know so bad. That's something she fought to know. Even her message that was read, her message that was sent on April 15, 2025, she said a lot. At the end of the day, she asked us to do what we can to give her justice. She asked us to use our voices to have these questions asked. And here we are again talking about all these things. This is a sad moment. It is really disappointing to be in Liberia about this time because the systems that are to protect the people, these systems are not working properly. And this is apolitical. This is not to be political. No, we're discussing someone who had lost her life. Do you know what that is? That is not something to politicize. So we're not going to politicize it. It will be anyone. And this is not the first time we have gotten an unfortunate story about someone, you know, who had gone to a hospital to seek medical treatment. And at the end of the day, they did not get what they hoped to get. But we're still here. And people who are insensitive think this is politics. If you think this is politics, you don't have empathy. If you think this is politics, you do not understand exactly how many Liberians are going through similar struggle. Do we have Kwame?
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
so Mr. Weeks, if you are there, are you getting us, Mr. Kwame Weeks?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Oh,
Can we have?
I don't know if
You can hear me?
are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hearing you. Give it a try again. Let's see.
Am I clear?
Are you there?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, come on. The internet is so bad.
No, go back to.
Hello?
Okay, yep. I think we are getting you now.
Am I clear?
Yes.
You're getting
you are.
me?
Yeah, we're getting you loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, so I mean, just before Alexa conclude, we were awaiting you from the beginning, but you joined late.
So
Mhm.
yeah. So we had told our audience that you were one of the people who've been following this. So we actually wanted to hear from you. But you just joined us.
Yeah. Am I clear enough?
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
are
You're loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Okay. This is, I think this government has been forced to pour her own poison that she fed the past government with. So everyone's painting with a broader brush, and they're making these I don't want to say baseless or unfounded, because first, when there is medical malpractice alleged, who do you go to in Liberia? You go to the LDMC, the Liberian, the Liberian Dental Council.
That's right.
Now, at the head of that, you just heard at the head of that current council, there's a fake doctor that's there. So how can, it's like trying to counterfeit a counterfeited dollar. You know, you don't fake the fake. So who do society run to? KOK and Alexa.
But, I mean, he was recently removed.
He was removed.
You were removed
after the report. He was removed, so he's no longer there.
Right. So this is my point now. Thank you for the answer. One thing we should establish here is that I go all around. There's nothing medically that nobody can tell me about what's happening here. There's a lot of things I can't put out as a picture that is happening in the medical field in Liberia, from treating patients to plastic chairs and nurses being on cell phone watching Barcelona game as blood drip bags get empty and blood starts to pour back in the bags, and all of these different things. These are not things we want to put about on our country. Having said that, can you hear me?
We're hearing you loud. Go ahead.
Okay. Having said that, there is no facility, and quote me, in the Republic of Liberia that can harvest human organs, and those organs will be live for transplant. Now, having said that, I'm not trying to say I'm trying to cut whatever accusations been made. They can fly doctors. They can fly doctors here. You know, experts who will extract these organs, say for example, kidney or liver or a spleen or whatever, and know that they're for transplanting purpose. They can have those guys come over overnight, like what happened in Indonesia, and they can do the transplant right in this town. You will not know.
Wow.
Also, but what I do know is like ELWA, JFK, everywhere. When no hospital in the Republic of Liberia is able to fight a case in my Liberia, English, any kind of sickness, the person who they will send, the hospital they will send it to will be JFK. So listening to James Ethel's audio, she went there for something called ANC. That's antenatal procedure where they go check the baby blood and your blood, and just a normal routine. That's what she went to ELWA for. When she got there, the doctors there saw that she was more than 9 months pregnant. So they say, and medically, any doctor that sees that and allow the patient to go home is unethical. When that patient died, you killed the patient. Are you guys hearing me? Because the internet is bad.
That's right.
No, you're clear.
So,
go ahead.
Right. So what did the doctors do according to her audio? So you can play James Ethel's initial audio. That's the procedure she went there for. So the doctors convinced her, say, look, we will go in now and induce labor and get this baby out through a cesarean section. That is where they go in and cut you and take the baby out. According to her, she told them that this is not my first time being overdue.
We talk about all of that.
And right, back and forth, they convinced her and they performed the cesarean section. Fast forward, then she started experiencing, bleeding happening. Now, my question to ELWA will be, you then order, since you couldn't control the bleeding and you saw that you were losing her, you order a total, TOTAL hysterectomy. That is a case where you go in, you're taking out fallopian tube, uterus, everything that surrounds woman giving birth. Because the guy hysterectomy, where you only go in there for only the rest, just a minor one, you take only the uterus out and all of that. But you went for a total one, where she would, and all of that. Am I clear? You guys hearing me?
Yeah,
we hearing you. Go ahead. We're listening.
Yes.
Okay. So Now, how did they convince her to sign for that procedure? Were her husband there? Who signed on her behalf? How did the hospital convince her, say, okay, let's do this procedure? Because you can't go from just ANC then to cesarean section and then instantly. What was the time frame between the C-section and taking out her womb totally? Now, mind you, the procedure that according to them, according to her, that ELWA performed comes with kidney failure and other organs risks that is tied to that. You can look it up. Are you hearing me?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So it comes with those risks. So if you're taking out a woman, full womb, everything, you know, you got the bladder line, all of those things connected. And these surgery are not surgery that one person can perform. You need a team of surgeons. So when you cut in the wrong vein, I'm telling you, I was told by a doctor, privately, whom name I cannot call, people operating the town and they got their watch on their hand, cell phone in their hand, they're taking calls, chain in their neck, and all of these unprofessional habits. Wow. So if you're sick, that's why prevention is something. It's a good thing that these things are happening within the same industry. You know, within the same healthcare, that jump all the way on John Rest, that we are now able to bring it to the public glare. And any attempt to politicize, do you know how many ordinary people have died? Okay, I tell you, in this country, you do not have a saying in your own medical record. If you go to any hospital here, they decide what kind of medicine to give to you. Even if you have reaction to those particular drugs, they will say, oh, go away, we'll not do nothing. So it is easy to come out here and say, okay, yes, it is this person who did it, that person who did it, and they don't care. As I speak, there are empty beds now in JFK. There are empty beds in ELWA, Redemption Hospital. They just reserve them, waiting for some minister or lawmaker to call before they can give that bed to a relative.
Wow.
If you go to dialysis centers and all of that. So these are the questions that need to be answered by ELWA and all of these different people as to how did she die? Who signed? What was the time period between the C-section and the hysterectomy? Whose decision was it for her to get a full hysterectomy? Was it the hysterectomy that led to her organs failure? Because yes, it can happen. But we need all of these facts outside so that her death would not be politicized like what is happening now on the internet. Oh, that the vice president do the one, that person do the, and this is happening because this is the message they preach to get in power. So they've been fed with their own poison.
Wow. Okay.
So what source for the goose? You can't give the duck bullfrog to eat, then you give the duckling fish. No, they got to give them the same thing. What source for the goose, source for the gander. So this is what's being fed to them.
So from what we are gathering from you, this could be as a result of medical carelessness or unethical medical practice.
Right.
It could be.
Right. And they must be held accountable, and they must come out and say we made a mistake.
And what I'm learning from you is that those who are politicizing this issue, you think because this current government came to power as a result of openly accusing the former government official, whether it was true or not, the fact that they've been saying it,
the journalists, then what were in the love triangle? Okay, let me cut you that love triangle. And they said that we are kidding the journalists.
Oh yeah.
The journalist went to go Steve Gold in Ando Banga or whatever. They didn't attribute to Josh Weah, Jefferson Koji, all of these different things. So they've been fed with their own poison and society is buying it. I don't subscribe to that as a journalist. We must put the right facts out there.
And that's what I said.
The facts will help the nation.
And that's what I said. So
yeah,
like we are saying the same thing, that the reason people are now linking this thing to what Costa said about the current vice president is because the UP preaching enough message to come to power, and perhaps their adversaries are trying to use it against them as well. Maybe it could be. Are you there?
Yeah, go ahead. You know this, the internet get
Oh,
interrupted
no,
when
I mean
someone's
the
calling. Go
network
ahead.
is trying to trip on us. Are you getting us, Mr. Weeks? Oh, I think he left to join us. Alexa, we just got to conclude quickly. Then we
Yeah,
go
we
take
have
calls.
to.
Then we get him back. We are totally running out of time.
So we're all saying the same thing. At the
Mhm.
end of the day, people should be accountable for what has happened. And I don't think at this point you just stay in your corner because you want to prove a point that you're a giant. You have done something that took away a life. And for this one of the reasons you have everybody talking about is because, from the onset, of course, everyone was involved. So now people want to know more about what happened, 100%.
Right.
Again, at the end of the day, in as much as we do not want this to be politicized, Oliver and Mr. Weeks, we still cannot do away with, people's own statements. Like, we're in a circle, though.
Right.
If you had said
Right.
yesterday, whoever died, those deaths were attributed to George Weah as president of Liberia, along with his officials.
Mhm.
Just expect, similar accusations.
Especially when Costa
Exactly.
during the election accused the
Exactly.
current vice
And-
president.
and
Right.
before
Right.
Jeremiah Combs ascendancy to being vice president,
Uh-huh.
Costa has said a lot about him. And as a person who is, the nation's leader, you will have to take actions. If you accused me yesterday, hey, Alexa killed somebody, or Alexa is harvesting, organs in Liberia. If this is something that will ruin my reputation, I should be able to take you to law legally. I should be able to know exactly maybe what you were saying is not right. At the end of the day, you will be free from all of these different accusations. But the vice president did not actually do that.
No.
And here we are. So you will continue to have Liberians to point fingers that, of course, the vice president is allegedly connected to whatever it is happening when it comes to people's.
It is because
Yeah.
the
but
campaign.
let me-
Go ahead.
Yeah, Kwame.
Yeah, let me help you also. We all react different way when accusations are being made against us. Maybe that's his style. He just maybe say, oh, I would just shrug it up with a grain of salt. Costa is saying nothing. He's not credible. Society will do. We did the same thing and we lost the elections because every propaganda these guys were putting out when they said they want, oh, that KOK, that Kwame Kehin, that Alexa Kehin, that Colette, everything were attributed to us. And we just kept downplaying, that kind of propaganda, not knowing the society we have. KOK, keep this in the back of your mind. The reason you don't have good schools, facilities in this country, that's the only way these guys can be in power. The stupider our children can grow up in these schools that don't have computers, nothing, that's when these guys can maintain their power.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically that's what it is. The reason why Facebook is flooded with accusations tailoring towards the VP is because Costa said it. The society is gullible.
Yeah.
The VP2 today is VP because his campaigners lied on other people and said they were killing people.
Right.
You have
Now
pictures.
you get it.
And so everybody who accusing
Yeah.
him right now and using Costa's statement as their indicator, they could be right in their political sense because
Exactly.
that's what the country is made of.
Exactly.
And so
The chicken have come home to roost.
okay. All right.
So,
but again,
of
again, as professional journalists, we would not want to, run on what is being done by those on the street. That's what we are calling
Definitely.
to be ill political about
Right.
it. Don't be political about it. Let's look for the facts. Let's solve the problem in the health sector. We believe that if we can, go to the bottom of this thing and solve it, it will benefit all of us, regardless of our political attachment. And that's
And let me give this warning and advice to the family.
Quickly before
You
we go to
have
the line.
you have at least 2 weeks window. If you're James Eto's family, the husband or whatsoever, you have that 2 weeks Liberian window. If you don't get result within that time, just know your sister just died for nothing. That's how this country is.
In the next
Fight
2 weeks,
now, start fighting tomorrow, start fighting day after tomorrow. Anything you can do. But don't let it pass more than 2 weeks. And then everybody will go about the normal thing. And then it's on you people. But your sister didn't deserve that kind of death.
definitely.
Okay.
And I think her last, will should be honored because she have written that she wants justice, and the fact that she had already left that message. I think her husband, her family members, her friends should be able to work in that direction to have justice to be served.
Okay.
And this will also be not just for her, but people who have also lost their lives and people who are going to maybe go through a similar thing in weeks to come or months to come. It is very, very important.
Okay, so Mr. Weeks, be on the line as we try to get our callers, those who are listening, as we try to get them on board to make their input. Again, we have all of the conversation. Kwame Weeks is our visiting panelist. We are hoping that we could do this most often on the platform, bring a lot of other people on board, on a daily basis. But call us on 086 500 104, 0776 104 104 are all numbers to join the conversation. For those of you outside Liberia in the diaspora, you can join us on +231 886 500 104. This person, hello, how are you? How you doing?
Hello. Good afternoon. Okay.
Good afternoon,
Hello,
my dear brother. Let's hear you. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. Okay. This is Hussein calling from the USA.
From the US.
Thank you for the show and thank Mr. Wee. Yeah, thank Mr. Wee for deliberation. Okay, there is something that Liberian had to really pay attention to. These things, they have been in the country for over a long period of time. One thing is the verse said that stuck with me, that they want for the system to be like that, but because it wouldn't enter their power. Okay, on the true clean field, I had audio of the same vice president. I can remember at that time he was not even vice. But say in that audio, I got it on my phone as I speak to you.
Send it on this number.
I will send it to you. Okay, yeah, I will send it to you. That he said that he was a man back then in that part of Liberia. He was studying medicine, almost like a doctor. These are the people that were in the interior studying medication to people without no papers as a doctor or a practitioner where you have a specialties in medicine. But they were giving medication to people in the interior. And these things have led our people to demise. But because we had a system where we cannot twist any information on people that study medication or doctors to be able to put out their information, like how America is, where I can sit here and be able to put out doctor information. We don't have that in Liberia. So these guys taking advantage of those things to continue to enrich themselves and make the system to just be as it is, so that our people can continue to suffer the consequences. Lastly, look at the clinic in Douala that was just on Facebook. Look at that clinic that was in Douala just a few days on the internet. To tell you that how horrible the country health system is. And we got Ministry of Health where they don't even visit to even do a feasibility study to understand how those treatments are being given to our people to see what's happening. And they just go about their normal business. It's about money business.
Thank you.
It's something that we all have to pay attention to as Liberians, so that our poor life can continue to be safe over there. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's take this other person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Abraham number from Caldwell.
Caldwell, Abraham. Let's hear you. Go ahead from Caldwell.
Yeah, thank you for your platform. Yeah, but something I want to know, okay. I think the woman been complaining before she passed on. Where were the family and the husband? Why they were doing?
Apparently, they were concerned about ensuring she get better. Maybe they were going from hospital to hospital and not concerned about whether to go to court or XYZ.
Oh God.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right, my brother. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Quickly.
Yeah. Good evening. Okay. Let me say good evening to Alexa.
Good evening.
Yeah, let me say also good evening to your panelists. Okay, thank you for the platform this evening. I think the sister who have passed deserves justice. But on the issue of finger being pointed to the vice president, I think it is in the right direction because come to think about it, okay. Let's take an example like you were making an example. Someone came out and said, Rodriguez stole dog. And our Rodriguez knew that I did not see dog. And the information have gone across the community. The best thing I would do is to reach to the community chairman. Look, that's what the president said, I stole dog. But to prove my innocence, these are the facts. I'm not a doer of that. But the VP has started consistently even appointed that same individual, the fake doctor at his hospital in Nima County.
It was not. Hello. Hello.
If people are raising this kind of issue where chemicals have become the source of the information, do you think that people should not point finger to the vice president when yesterday they were pointing finger to everybody, even himself was accusing people around here? So yes, the people are right.
Okay.
It is a doing, except he proved us on the contrary.
Okay. Okay, we'll leave you right there, my dear brother. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute. How you doing? Okay, we missed out on that caller. Let's go and talk to this other person. 86500-104-776-104-104. This person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Hey, Oliver and Sis Lester. This is Edmond Carr.
Go ahead.
Visually impaired guy like keeping this unprepared person visually fire. Look, Oliver, there is no way you will be on national CQ and accusing finger a pointer at you. And you're not making any comment. There is no clarity. There is nothing coming off.
But the vice president said, "Look, I'm not going to dignify Costa. Let Costa tell what he wants to. I can't say him apart. Let me leave it." That's what he said.
Yeah, but in France, and he has a hospital where we are hearing a whole lot of news from there. Even in the country, the last time we started hearing about motorbikes, getting missing, they are partaking, and they're not saying anything. So there's a need that you speak of because there's no way that you say, oh, last night I slept around my see, then in the morning hour, the woman died, then you say you don't know what happened. But quickly to the health center, look, let me say sorry to the bereaved family. I was a serious victim, but my whole disappointment was family. Because I thought I want to take that Duke to court so that he could have paid my expenses. And they say, oh no, they go up in there, they fucking drag. And just give it will go. The man I went to him, he worked for women or who, and the same time he worked with JFK. Then he got a full private clinic here at Dupo Road. And when they were private, he said he's taking me to JFK or women or who to do the work. He decided to do the work. After doing it, I suffered from serious problems. I could not go in the restroom. I could not fast. The day the toilet began to come, my brother, it was coming like a water. When they took me back to him, the only thing could have said, oh, I will take the thing off and pull him down. When you put me down, I had to go to the very JFK. JFK took me, they assigned a doctor to me. The day they were doing that operation, the other brother was saying, you have 5 different parties assigned to be just for a 16-minute operation. So you can have people around here that are destroying people. Then when you say, oh, let's just leave it with God. It's not God. How things will be straight in the country. You got to make sure people then that are destroying people that woman cry and listen to that thing. I got to leave the station and go come back later. Because I was feeling so bad. Hearing one crying. See death creeping on her. You complaining about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there's a need that the family take a real step and we'll back them up.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave you, Edmond Carr. Let's take the female general. Man, CC, go ahead. Let's hear you. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Carr. How you doing?
We're great, ma'am.
Say hello to the series manager. And hello to my brother. I work in the diaspora. Yeah, hello to him. Okay. I know what you manage to say final.
Manike, okay.
Yeah. As I need to say final to the I'm telling you, I mean, okay. Because you're friend. So I need to say final.
Yeah, it's all right. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with you too. I know what they have final. You only play the clay that Costa said. They made some human past better, right? And I will carry you back again. So that's one thing that mail to you were on the radio. He said, so that's one thing my daughter in the room for making money a lot of time. I will get packing it. And now your voice there.
I don't know about that. Go to the issue.
You know about that. The clay is there. Prison is right there.
I don't know about that.
Where you tell it. And they met a lot of time. So that's one thing they don't in the room. For making money, you are just packing. So that's one thing. When you come into the rest, let me tell you this. Why is no crowd was here on the platform? Man called Pooh is a dangerous man.
But all of what we are discussing right now has nothing to do with him, except for people. No, but I'm being clear with you. I'm not dodging. I agree, but the vice president has no connection to this until it is proven, man. That's what I want you to know.
need a Costa, saying get nothing to fry in the face. When you are messaging you Costa, that Costa said it, and not say no effect. So say, oh, what you say, I'll take it in law. No, silent me for faith.
Maybe in fact, Costa can just lose it away. He can't Costa the code.
I lose it, get happy. I will say, okay, drown that place again. In Gaza hospital. I saw a man telling the crying for a fellow. I said that if you get your patient, don't bring them here. And the hospital destroy all the people. But you said them say you not see it. That boy was telling crying for his brother. That they came brother up to that place. That them cat. Don't care brother there in Gaza. In that thing nothing boy. I know he say K dry, you think follow.
No, I think E and J. Me and I know the name.
Okay, E and J, okay, they make get messy over there. When you go there for K, they are carrying it. For the player for. But when we got here, we will say we made very similar to folk, and we'll call for the and we tell them
So if you accuse the vice president and he carry you to court, you call Costa?
Yes.
Why if Costa said the thing I was talking? Why if Costa said the thing? Why if Costa said the thing I was talking? I ain't got proof.
I will get proof. They pull like that. They all about die. What happened? They want to say that they carry that woman to Ghana, and I also there.
Okay.
They play with that woman, play walking, everything a blow battle. They will say, "Oh, the pocket, the woman, they want to bottle, so they get in hospital. It's too soon in the pocket."
Okay. All right.
You cannot say, "Okay, that man, that woman can carry it."
We leave you right there, man. Sisi. I mean, those are your personal views that do not reflect the editorial policy of our entity. This person, 1 minute, how you doing?
Good evening. Okay.
Good evening. Quickly, no time. We gotta leave.
Thank you. I'm CRC Emmanuel Mtuka Jr. of the Interlagata District 14. Let me say good evening to your colleague and the other one in the US and I've been following your show. Okay. This is one of the platform or one of the platform among the many platforms that decide to share the information about your sector. I sit down listening to you guys and it's quite passionate. I'm passionate about this story and I don't know why I say that those people who used to protest around here, meaning the women grouping and some civil society grouping, they are not talking about her. The story is a sad one. But thank you guys for highlighting this process. Jim Setter's death should be highlighted by every Liberian because she deserves a life. Going to a hospital for a checkup doesn't mean your life should be taken away.
Okay.
And we have, as I leave the platform, this does not connect to the vice president, but KOK, I must tell you that the vice president will have to take up the platform and clarify what Costa meant. Like
that's what I said. That's what I said. In as much as he cannot bring the Costa allegation to a logical conclusion, all of these things will keep pointing to him. That's why he has to come out.
He would definitely have to come up if his hand is clean. Or better still, if his hand isn't clean, he can remain quiet and then we can run around with it that he's talking about together. If you want to take any matter to court, he can take Costa the court first against our first line of defense.
Okay.
Thank
you very much. We leave it right there. That's the point. If he cannot take Costa to tax, Liberians will open and say, human parcel situation, they will keep talking about it. So the best thing is, if you don't want to take Costa to court, then come on and open and clarify. You need to all of those small clarifications. Oh, and I even I'm a vibrant. Those things are old. You need to have a press statement, a press conference, address the press, issue an official statement regarding that event. Then we have some confidence. Because I said I didn't cause a passing around the man going to but let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Quickly, no time. We gotta go. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. This is the voice of PJSI, my twin from Soaklin District.
Soaklin, go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah. All right. Before I lay my thought, let me just extend my condolences to the bereaved family.
Mm-hmm.
No professional should lose their life in the way she did.
That's right.
And we are even short of professional in Liberia. It shouldn't be happening to us. But there is no way you can separate this discussion from the political aspect. There is a serious political case against discussion that you and me always say, okay. Why is it always this particular individual of a vice president of a country that his name will always be in this kind of thing? I don't know, okay, you can go way back in 2018. One of the colleagues back then said that one of their guys were killed and then they got a body power was extracted and then they said that the current vice president was somehow involved. A property was vandalized. The grandfather property in Canto. I don't know what you can remember that story.
Those are all allegations. Nothing pointed to
but
him.
Why these kind of allegations should be lingering around the vice president, and there is no way that he can clear his name?
Sometimes people can hate you. They just be accusing you all day. Maybe it can happen too.
Oh, did you hate you for Boyo business?
Yeah.
Then they get accused you about Boyo. That was lost, and then your husband is being accused of doing no kind of work. And you sit and
people can just hate you, my man. When they hate you, they can hate you. Or they can just do allegations.
All right, but Liberia, I think these are some of the reasons why we should gather last time to the protest, because these are reasons why government are staying all the country.
Okay.
People can resign in the kind of manner, particular professionals, and we just look at it and just say, the 4 hours and just be looking on.
Thank you.
We cannot be looking on in this kind of situation.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. We take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah. You okay? Anybody want to say Matthew to start? Nobody can say Matthew to start. Costa selling. They put it in one camp together. They were in one camp together. They know one another. They know. Costa know that man too good. They've been together before. So everything Costa said, but I think, man, that's true. You know, when Costa telling you that.
Maybe Costa or Jeff Bezos said all of those things out of.
Oh, no. So Joseph Boga, Costa was lying. Costa used to beg for money to feed him. They were lying. When he used to wear BB clothes in. Costa was lying. Costa said Joseph Boga in the place here. He was not lying. Everything they put there in one camp. So everything they say, okay, don't overlook it as true. That's true.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's go and talk to the last 2 callers, then we go home on today's edition. Let's talk to the last 2 callers. Just 2 more. Quickly. 30 seconds. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Hello? Mr. Doe, let's hear you. You are the second to the last.
So now everything about someone should take it serious.
Okay.
We know that's on the record.
Okay, go ahead. I'm hearing you.
Put that long we are in the country. Put that long anybody. Put that in the country. So put that not my to take serious.
Okay, thank you. We shouldn't take us as serious. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, hello, okay.
You got the last caller, then we go to Mr. Weeks and call it a day.
Yeah, thank you very much for your show. This is our David Samuel. I joined a discussion for Omega Market, the legacy of former President Weah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So let me just ask you a simple question. Okay. Let's say, for example, somebody accuse you, for example, right? Okay, somebody accuse you, say, that rule. Okay, you say you're not rule. But according now, our David Samuel, I came to you and my 10 beds are right for you. But if I'm return 2 bed lost, why do it be the assumption?
You'll be thinking, say, I don't want to see your rep, but if possible to let me steal it, maybe that somebody probably want me to steal it.
Very good, right? But so now I don't see the person, people will assume that you take it.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say, or is according to you, say, Costa talking loosely. But the point Costa
No, I say it is possible Costa spoke loosely. I'm not saying he's speaking loosely. It is possible. Maybe he's talking the truth. Maybe he's not saying the truth. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's say the situation surrounding now. Now the man been accused as a human part leader, he is power. But still, okay, see the situation in the country now. People children getting missing. The rapper for human trafficking is getting too much. Why it will be the assumption of people?
They will want to run to Costa's statement. They will want to run to Costa's statement.
Yes, that's what someone told me. What Costa said it is true because what is happening in this country now? Somebody said that you can do that, you deny it. But you eat power and see what is going on and you're not fighting what is going on. You're not exposing the door, you're not grabbing anybody to say this person is door and you have been accused for your thing. Okay? Something happening down there. Any place there is fire, there is smoke. Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. Mr. Weeks, let's hear you quickly. You're on your parting comments.
Yeah, I just want to admonish everybody, like, this is the society we have. Like I said, this government has been fed her own poison. This is what they came to power with. And they can't blame. They're lucky some of us don't subscribe to these kind of stuff because of the followers we have. Imagine you, KOK, Alexa, right there, me, everybody posting the kind of unfounded things that are out there or things that are not verified or substantiated.
You even see and you saw Massey fighting me, you know.
Right.
Yeah, Massey want me to openly accuse the VP.
Right. People are hurting. People are hurting because of what they did to themselves, and that's why you see it's so tough for them to move the goalpost from the spot where it is. We're at a stalemate now when it comes to what we have in our countries. It's all crises one after another. But the healthcare sector should not be politicized, either by us or by them. Even though they did it, I think if we really love the citizens of this country, we have to tell the truth, and the truth, nothing but the truth. And again, my final line will be to the family of James Etta. If you're watching, do whatever you can do within these next five days, because you got Monday to Friday. This other week is already gone. We're at Tuesday, so you got 3 more days in this other week. At the weekend, normal Liberian will not be talking about your loved one. We'll be drinking our beer and hanging out to these places. We start Monday, a fresh week. You got up to those 5 days to get answers. If you're done, just leave your own way, I don't know, whatsoever, because that's the kind of society we have until another big person again dies.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Weeks. We're hoping that in the coming time, we'll be sending you the invite. Hopefully, on other national issues, we can have a conversation on it.
Definitely, I'm here. I'm available anytime.
Okay. All right, Alexa, that's coming. Right. Let's go home.
Okay, so we're going to be back here on tomorrow. Maybe we'll continue if we have new developments. If the family is going to talk about it, maybe we're going to talk about that as well. But stay safe out there. We'll be back here on tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay, whether Costa was lying or he was saying the truth, the responsibility is now on the shoulders of the VP to clear the air. You can't keep having these things happening under your watch as the vice president, with such an accusation still languishing around the corridors. Yet you don't expect Liberians to point fingers. While I do not believe that anybody should be outrightly accused without sufficient evidence, it is also important that when these accusations are out and about, the individuals affected should look deeply into it and correct it. Until then, tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm sure on Women's Spotlight with Alexa, that conversation will find a spot there. And subsequently, on tomorrow's edition of Freedom Hub, we will also have that conversation elevated. Until then, my name is Kine. I'll be here on tomorrow. Have a wonderful time. God bless you and bye-bye.